So, are you in the market for a little TLC, a little Toyota Land Cruiser? Well, here's one. This is the 2020 Toyota Land Cruiser. Now, does it look familiar? It should. It's been this way for a long time. In fact, this is a carryover model from last year, and last year really wasn't changed that much. In fact, this year they do have a different trim level. It's a Heritage Edition. So this has 3 rows, but the Heritage Edition gives you just 2 rows. Takes away the cool box inside. So this one, the Heritage, gives you a little more cargo space. Anyways, I thought I'd give you my pros and cons after a full week of driving this. I've already gone off-road in it, and that was kind of a fun experience to see what a beast this is off-road, because that's what this car is all about. It's probably more of an off-road vehicle than it is an on-road vehicle. Anyways, here's what I think of it after a full week, some pros and cons. So under the hood is both a pro and a con. The pro is this is a kick-ass powerful engine, 5.7 liter V8, 381 horsepower, 401 pound-feet of torque, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Those are the numbers. Fuel economy numbers, that's where it sucks, to be quite blunt with you. 13 city, I think it's 18 on the highway for a mixed driving number of 14. But don't buy this, you're not gonna buy this car because, hey, it's screaming fuel economy, because it is not. That's not where this car shines. My off-road video, which I'll put a link in the description below, is where this vehicle shines. Off-road prowess, its ability to climb and not get stuck, take you in, get you out wherever you want to go off-road. That's where this bad boy really does a great job. Inside's pretty spacious, so let's go there next. Cabin, obviously, we'll get to that here in a little bit. Back seat, legroom, and headroom. This is pretty spacious. This is that long bench seat. So if you're to put someone in the back seat, this is my position as a driver up front. I happen to have the sun directly in my face, go figure. I'm 5'11", and here's my position. So here's what you see in terms of legroom behind the back seat. So this is good. The seat is actually a little bit high. Get out of the sun here. The seat seems a little bit high. I don't know, my knees seem a little high. Anyways, they do have an entertainment system that they have here. So if you want to entertain some people or have some people go on road trips, this vehicle would be excellent for that. HDMI cord, you got your climate controls back here. We do have one little sunroof. Nothing here for a sunroof, unfortunately. And here is the headroom for me. So I can get you a different view. For me, you can see the indent in the roof line, so Toyota's giving you a little more room for the taller passengers, but I don't see any problem with someone who's going to be, you know, in the 6'1", 6'2" category. Let me show you the third row. I don't even know why they have a third row when it's not that usable for adults. It's fine for kids, which I think all back rows are probably fine for kids. So that folds down and then it lifts up. So that's pretty handy, and it's not that heavy. It's pretty reasonable. Now to get in, I'm climbing in, but look how low. Here's a negative, here's a con. Look how low this is to the ground. That's why your full-grown adults aren't going to be very happy with the leg room back here. So now I'm sitting, now I look like a basketball player on the bench waiting to go in. Knees up real high. Now if I were to sit behind this seat, it would be very uncomfortable for any duration of time. So I don't really like that, but I'm not the client, I'm not the customer, I'm not the passenger for the third row. But you got plenty of cup holders. Spaciousness in terms of overall cabin is decent, but maybe you want to go to that Heritage Edition to eliminate the third row and utilize more cargo. Let me show you how you can fold the back down. So we got a split here, so now you can kind of do some tailgating if you like. Lever there, fold this down, and now you can sit there, no problem. So this is interesting. There are magnets on here to hold the straps down. Pull the strap, push forward. This might be a better example to show you how to pull these down. So I'm gonna pull the strap here, push forward, and then check this out. Lift here, and it comes off to the side. So lifting the other side up, now you can see what the space looks like in between. Now, if you were to slide the other seat forward, you got a better idea of how much cargo volume you would have for storing. So I think this would be fine if you're going hunting, camping, bringing equipment back there, going to the big box stores. You'll have plenty of room to carry stuff. And it's kind of nice to have this split folder here, because now if there are some things you don't want them sliding around, you can just reach in versus having it all the way closed or all the way open. Here's something fairly impressive, 8.9 inches of ground clearance. One of the factors that helps this just conquer the off-road terrain, plus the wheels and their overall stability and comfort. Let's go inside. Push button start. Here is this cool box I was telling you about. This one is available on the base trim level, but the Heritage Edition doesn't have this, interestingly enough. All right, here's a con. The graphics on this need to be updated. Come on, people. I'm just teasing, but seriously. So I have my phone hooked up to the car, so you can see there through the USB. I also have Bluetooth. And look at these graphics. It just screams 2008 or maybe 2012. Just not really where they should be. So if I'm listening to satellite, just some really old school graphics, not impressive at all. Otherwise, everything else is pretty good. Down here, we've got the crawl control, the multi-terrain system. So if you're going through mud, sand, rock, dirt, gravel, I can use that for going off-road. Got the hill descent, crawl control. It does have heated steering wheel, heated and ventilated seats, so that's decent. One USB port, that's kind of old school, need to have another one of those. So there's some pros and cons, locking the center differential, low high of what it does technologically wise. Good safety too, because when I'm driving down the road, I've got a lane departure alert. That's good, letting me know that I'm going outside the lines. Just needs a really good update for, you know, instrument cluster, infotainment system. But you know, this is the kind of car where I think, and I said in my off-road review, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. And I think Toyota says there's nothing wrong with the Land Cruiser as it is for what it can do for you, but it does need some updates. Now, the argument of if it's not broken, don't fix it is this. According to statistics, in 2000, I believe it was, they sold 15,000 Land Cruisers. In 2018, 18 years later, it was down to 3,200 and change. So the demand for it is down, and that might have to do with the fact that they haven't done a lot of updates with it, or that these large SUVs are losing to the crossover SUVs of the world that are better on fuel economy, better with engine, space, lightweight, and cost. Whereas this one right here, as you see it, just under $90,000. So the Land Cruiser has a long road ahead of it if it wants to stay relevant. I mean, when it comes to off-road, it's not going to get beat. At least it didn't for me going to the ORV park. Again, check out the video I did and, you know, judge for yourself. I also reviewed, I think it was the 18 version or 19 version of this. So I'm looking forward to the update. But in the meantime, this is my pros and cons video. One more thing before you go, I've added links in the description below to some of the best-selling automotive accessories and products on Amazon right now, plus links to some of the product reviews I've done. You can find it in the description below this video. And if you don't mind, take a couple of seconds and click that subscribe button. I'm uploading 2, 3, sometimes 4 new videos every week, and I don't want you to miss anything, plus it helps support my channel. As always, if you have any constructive criticism, thoughts, or suggestions about my video, please leave it in the comment section below.